Access your free language gifts right now before they expire. First, the Giving the Time PDF Conversation Cheat Sheet. This brand new cheat sheet will teach you how to ask for and give the time fluently. Download it for free right now. Second, can you talk about negative emotions in your target language? If not, then you'll want this lesson. You'll pick up over 20 words for negative emotions in just a few minutes. Third, the top 20 words for positive emotions. This next 1-minute lesson teaches you the 20 positive emotions like happy, excited, and more. And you can learn them all fast with the slideshow study inside. Fourth, the core 2,000 words PDF ebook. Actually, this PDF ebook is usually not free and is sold at our store. But you can get free access for the next few days and get fluent with the 2,000 must-know words inside. So don't miss out because this book will go back into our vault. Fifth, Encouraging Phrases PDF Writing Workbook. This workbook teaches you the must-know encouraging phrases such as believe in yourself and don't give up. And you'll get to practice writing out the phrases as well. And sixth, free language learning audiobooks. If you visit the link in the description, we'll send our library of language learning audiobooks. Save them to your device and listen and learn. They're yours to keep forever. To get your gifts and language learning resources, click the link in the description below. Download them right now before they expire.
Want to speak real Turkish from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at turkishclass101.com.
Remember the 5th of November. Have you seen that movie? Okay, I love that movie. Anyway, merhaba. How are you guys? Ben Seda and welcome to turkishclass101.com. Today you can guess what are we talking about. It's about November. November in Turkey. Okay, what is the word for November? Do you know it? Do you know it? Do you know it? Do you know it? Okay, I will get to it. We've been talking about months for a while, so you know the drill, and you have to guess the word. You have to remember the months. You can say them. Ocak, Şubat, Mart, blah blah blah. Okay. November is Kasım. Kasım. Kasım. Okay. So. Do you remember we talked about Ekim and the name change? Now we have a similar thing here as well. The name of November was Teşrini Sani. So we had Teşrini Evvel in October. It was the first Teşri. Now we have Teşrini Sani, meaning second Teşrin. This name Teşrin was coming from like Sumerian, Aramaic, like Arabic Hebrew word for the month Tishri. Tishri. But after the Republic, the name Kasım was adopted in 1945. Okay. Since then we use Kasım. I actually don't remember the other version because I was born after that. Anyway, according to one claim, it comes from the Arabic word Kasım. I don't know how to pronounce that, but which is used to mean to divide. And according to other claim that seems more correct, it was used among the people for a longer period of time, like not just 1 month, not just November Kasım, but it's a period of time. And it is said it marks the beginning of the period that starts in November and stops on May 6th. So they say the period was called Kasım. So older, people in rural areas are still sometimes say, it's not spring till May 6th. It is still Kasım. So it's still the period of Kasım. So you may confuse, we are in like April now. How come he or she says it's still Kasım? So it's a period. But not in the cities, nobody knows about it. So anyhow, what is special about this month? So the first day of this month, 1 Kasım, is the Turkish letter alphabet revolution. Okay? Turks have used many different alphabets throughout time, throughout their history, and the Ottoman Empire used the Arabic alphabet when writing the Turkish language. However, the Arabic alphabet is not very compatible with the Turkish sound system. Okay, we have a lot of sounds. So being able to write many different words with the same letter create difficulty in reading. Literacy rate was very low, and therefore, as a result of long discussions on November 1st, it was decided to switch to the Latin alphabet, which is closer to Turkish sound system. Since the literacy rate in Ottoman Empire and the early Republic was very low, it was not difficult to switch the Latin letters with the education revolution of the new Republic, okay? So for a while, for example, newspapers and magazines were prepared in both alphabets to get people used to it, and gradually only to the Latin alphabet was used. So for this reason, in our country, first week of November is celebrated as a Turkish Alphabet Revolution Week. Okay, what else about Kasım? Okay, the founder and first president of Republic of Turkey, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, passed away at the age of 57. Yeah, he was young. At 9:05 in Dolmabahce Palace. His body was sent to Ankara with a ceremony and was placed in his temporary tomb in the Ankara Ethnography Museum. So he was buried 15 years later in his final resting place in Anıtkabir, which was built for him in 1953. Anıtkabir is a huge memorial place in Ankara, our capital, and visited by millions every year. There are also official ceremonies held there, and every president visits and signs a special book there. And a couple of years ago, actually, Elon Musk also visited the place and tweeted about it. And anyway, every year on November 10th, various events are organized and held in memory of Atatürk, and the great leader is commemorated with love, respect, and longing. You cannot believe the Turkish people love for Atatürk, so you have to come and see. In addition, it's celebrated as Atatürk Week between 10th and 16th and every year, which includes the 10th of November, the passing day. And one important note for visitors, every year the siren goes off. A siren goes off at 9:05 everywhere in Turkey, and everybody stops doing whatever they are doing. Car stops on the road, doesn't matter where they are, and everyone just stops for a minute of silence, just stand up, and they can just push their horns and something like that, and then after a minute they continue their way. If you visit Turkey on November 10th, don't be afraid of the sirens going on in the morning. It's the memorial of a passing of a great leader. It is not a war warning. You don't need to duck down, okay? Because I had friends that they got really scared during the 10th of November, so be prepared. Okay, what else? We have Teachers Day, 24 Kasım, 24th of November. 24 Kasım. Why 24 Kasım is the Teachers Day? Because November 24th, again regarding with Atatürk, in 1928, the day Mustafa Kemal accepted the head teacher of the national schools, is celebrated as a Teachers Day every year in Turkey. And around 1981, the 100th anniversary of Atatürk's birth, it was decided to celebrate Teachers Day across the country on the anniversary of his becoming the head teacher. You can see that we love Atatürk, right? because it's not just because we want to honor, because we think that he honored the public by his acts, because especially when it comes to education, let me put it this way, because above all else he gave the most importance to the education. He was a very passionate man about educating the public to secure a better future for the Turkish society. And even in the middle of the war, active independence war, Kurtuluş Savaşı, Mustafa Kemal and his friends supported the opening of an educational congress in Ankara 1921. And he said, from now on, the greatest efforts should be made in the field of education in order to treat the wounds caused by the great negligence in the administration for centuries. Can you imagine the war is going on? We don't even know we are going to be an independent country, but they are holding an educational congress. So that was Atatürk. So anyway, while the country was under occupation of the enemy, he showed educational goals to educators and those who govern the country. Anyway, what else about November? Do we have anything else special? We have K to 12 schools. They have a week off during November, and this has been like for the last 2-3 years. This is new, and it is generally second or the third week of November, but it's announced in the every year when the academic calendar is announced, so we don't know beforehand. And for the universities, there is no off week. Universities continues their education. They generally have their midterms at the end of November and beginning of December, and no holidays for them, unfortunately. And I keep saying this. Don't forget, if you're gonna visit, some years Ramadan and sacrifice holidays, these religious holidays can be in custom in every month, because for religious holidays different calendars follow and the days change every year. And check out the year's Islamic calendar for the month, because if you're gonna visit, it can be crowded because everybody would be, the locals would be doing vacationing, Anyway, that was all for the special days of Kasım. So we are left with the weather. I can't say I like the weather of Kasım. I like October, September, April, May, not Kasım that much. Anyway, Kasım is the month that is getting cooler and cooler, but it's no sea season anymore. Bummer. But it's not like ski season either. It starts raining but not snowing, or just the small part of the country, not cold enough for the snow. And let's look at the chart of our regions. We have regions, you learned them by now. Let's see the charts. Marmara region, the average temperature is 10.4. It was 12.8 in 2021. The lowest was minus 1.2 in Balıkesir, and the highest was 29.9 in Bandırma. Asian region. The long-term average temperature is 11.3. In 2021, it was 13.9. The lowest was minus 5.2 in Emirdağ, and the highest was 31.7 in Milas. Mediterranean region, the average temperature is 12.9, and it was 15.6 in 2001. The lowest was minus 6.2 in Göksu, and highest was 32.1 in Adana and Kozan. Central Anatolia region, the long-term temperature is like 5.6. It was 7.9 in 21. The lowest one minus 11, my god, in Kangal, and the highest was 23.8 in Akşehir and Çumra. Black Sea region, the long-term average is 8.4. It was 10.4 in 2021. The lowest was minus 5.9 in Kızılcahamam and the highest was 30.6 in Bartın. Eastern Anatolia region, the long-term average is 4.1. In 2021, it was 6.6. The lowest was minus 9.1 in Sarız. The highest was 23 in 1.1 in Tunceli. And the final one, the southeastern Anatolia, the long-term average is 11.2. It was 13.7 in 2001, and the lowest was 0.8 in Batman. The highest was 30.3 in Cizre and Ceylanpınar. And as you can see, the average temperature is a little bit higher again this year. And that's it with the list. Okay, if you are gonna visit and you want detailed weather information, you should check the government site. I keep saying this, it's the meteorology.gov.tr. It's like MGM, not the movie company, but the Turkish meteorology, mgm.gov.tr. This was the weather. Normally, Kasım is not a holiday month, but as I told you, it can be a religious holiday, so locals can go on vacations. And for the last couple of years, because the Kasım is off week for the K to 12 students, parents may prefer to take their kids to vacations, like winter vacations, to ski, to see places. And so if you're gonna visit, check that out. So if you don't enjoy the crowd, you may prefer not to come here during those times. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this lesson and you learned a little bit about November in Turkey. And have you ever been in Turkey in November, especially during on the 10th of November? Have you heard the sirens and got scared? Tell me in the comments, okay? And if you have any questions or comments, just leave the comments. Do you push it, or like you just click on the like button? I don't know, click or push? No, you click. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you want more content like this, click the link in the description and sign up for free at turkishclass101.com. And you can subscribe and you can be notified with the new videos, Okay, I will see you next time, guys and girls. Bye. Görüşürüz. Hoşça kalın. Kendinize iyi bakın.
Want to
Bye.
speed up your language learning? Take your very first lesson with us. You'll start speaking in minutes and master real conversations. Sign up for your free lifetime account. Just click the link in the description.
Want to speak real Turkish from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at turkishclass101.com.
Merhaba. Nasılsınız? Ben Seda. And welcome to turkishclass101.com. Today we are going to talk about top newspapers in Turkey. Okay? So, are you guys ready for our topic? After this video, I hope you'll have a general view about Turkish newspapers, and you can read when your Turkish is good enough, you can start reading them. But first of all, let's look at the word newspaper in Turkish. It is gazete. Gazete. Gazete. I probably put it here. Gazete. Gazete. Do you see it? I never match the wording with my fingers. Does it sound familiar? Gazete. Okay. Before I start, it's a little bit harder to talk about this because I need to explain something first. Turkish politics is and has always been controversial. Always a lot of sides fighting over this and that and separating people actually to this and that. It doesn't matter what the separations, it's just the way of the politics in Turkey. And this is something I really don't like about my culture. And the politicians manipulating the people to their will and to their benefit, but the people suffer, you know. And Turkish people are very, very hot about it. Hot about it. Some subjects like soccer and, you know, politics is definitely one of them. So I suggest, as a side note, you don't argue with a Turkish person about politics. Anyway, what does newspaper get to do with the politics, you may ask? Actually, everything. I think it is like that in, you know, every part of the globe, but maybe more in Turkey, more, you know, in these kind of countries, I guess. Newspapers, which part of a medium like media, again, sometimes, you know, has been a tool of manipulating people. Let me put it that way. I'm trying to be kind. Some newspapers are like opposing some governments, some newspapers like opposing others, and some newspapers are like booklets for the residing governments. So there are a lot of sides. So I'm not gonna pick one side, one kind of newspaper, or the other kinds, like I'm not gonna pick the ones I read. But what I'm gonna do, I will try to show you all the political sides, so you can pick and read whatever you like. So I have to say that there are different categories when it comes to politics. Let's first talk about these terms that I'm gonna talk about. Then I can categorize the newspaper according to these categories of the political categories. I'm sure it's gonna be clearer in a moment. So we have these kind of political categories. We can say populist, it's the same in English, populist. Soldier, leftist. It can be like central or the extreme. Sağcı, the right wing, again, central or the, you know, extreme version. And muhafazakar, it's a long and a tough word. Muhafazakar, conservative. And we have ulusalcı, seküler. Ulusalcı, seküler, like secular nationalist. Okay? İslamcı, Islamic. This is the point of view, you know, I'm not talking about religion here, it's just a point of view. And liberal in Turkish, liberal. Sosyal demokrat, social democrat. And we have plain milliyetçi, nationalist. And what else? Socialist. We have a category that is unique to Turkey, Atatürkçü. There is no word in English for that. There is no translation, but you can say Atatürkist, like the people who follow Atatürk in a certain way, okay? Kökten dinci, it literally means a religious person from the, you know, from the, I don't know how to translate it literally, but it means like fundamentalist religious, something like that. And these are of course general terms, and there are nuances. Some terms can, you know, be together, some terms cannot be together. For example, you can be liberal and nationalist, or Islamic nationalist, or like conservative right wing, conservative nationalist. You can mix and match. I'm not a political science, you know, specialist, so I cannot actually talk about these differences, similarities, differences, nuances between them. So it's not our topic anyway. So just think these categories like general categorizations, not exact science, okay? So from this perspective, let's see our newspapers. We have different categories, as I said before. The first category should be populist, central, right wing, okay? Populist, central, right wing. What kind of newspapers under this category? We have Hürriyet gazetesi, okay? Milliyet gazetesi, Posta gazetesi, Takvim gazetesi, Güneş gazetesi, Akşam gazetesi, Türkiye gazetesi. Okay, we can put more here, but these are the general newspapers. And don't forget that these newspapers can be different things in different times of the history, but the categories is from today, you know, from today's point of view, not like 50 years ago. Okay, so what is our second category? It should be secular nationalist wing. Okay, so under this category we have Sözcü gazetesi, Yeni Çağ gazetesi, Korkusuz gazetesi, Yurt gazetesi. So we have another category, the third category. It is the left wing, more leftist, social democrat, like that kind of, and secular, of course, category. And under this, we have Cumhuriyet gazetesi, Radikal gazetesi, Bir Gün gazetesi, Sol gazete. Okay? So, another one, the fourth categorization is conservative wing. Okay, conservative wing. So we have Yeni Şafak gazetesi, Karar gazetesi, Milli gazete, Yeni Asya gazetesi. Okay. These are the main basic categories and the popular newspapers in Turkey. Of course, we have much more like small differences between these categories, and we have more newspapers in Turkey, but this was a brief explanation. Okay, these are like most common ones, but which ones from these lists are the top 5 in Turkey? So we have a chart. It changes, as you can know, because these newspapers are daily and they have daily reports. But let's see, for example, a report from between 7th and 13th of March 2021. This is a circulation report. 7-13 Mart 2022 haftası tiraj raporu. Let's see. The first category is like Hürriyet, then comes Sabah, then comes Sözcü, then comes Milliyet, there comes Türkiye. Like the more central politics, like the more nationalist central, like right wing is like mostly red newspapers, not the conservatives or the leftist ones. And about the numbers, I have to say, there are some doubts about the real numbers. Some say these numbers are altered for different reasons, for like manipulated, and I'm not gonna go into that either. Anyway, but this is the list. So I will give you a link for these top 5. So they are free, you can read them online and practice your Turkish. And if you want to, learn more about Turkey, what's going on, but don't know enough Turkish to read from a Turkish newspaper, though I think you can check it out and learn some words and study Turkish newspapers, but you can read about Turkey in English as well. And we have some English versions of these sites. For example, Hürriyet gazetesi has, it's like www.hurriyetdailynews.com. And we have Sabah gazetesi, it's like dailysabah.com. We have Bir Gün gazetesi. It's like www.birgun.net/birgun daily. Okay, and we have Turkish press, and it is like turkishpress.com. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And we have Cumhuriyet. It's like egazete.cumhuriyet.com.tr. So of course you can check out the other newspapers and you may find English versions or maybe Arabic versions, I don't know. And I think that's it. So I think this is all the information I can give you about newspapers. And if you are gonna read the newspapers, don't forget the politics sites I mentioned, and read the newspapers accordingly, because there's always a manipulation in the news. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Please leave some comments. Do you have these kind of political manipulations in your country's newspapers? And have you ever read any of these newspapers? Was the Turkish hard or easy for you? And which one was your favorite if you read them? And remember, if you want to speak Turkish and learn in the fastest, easiest and most fun way, go to turkishclass101.com, sign up for free lifetime account right now. I will see you next time. Görüşürüz. Hoşça kalın. Kendinize iyi bakın.
Want to speed up your language learning? Take your very first lesson with us. You'll start speaking in minutes and master real conversations. Sign up for your free lifetime account. Just click the link in the description. Hey everyone, welcome to the Monthly Review, the monthly show on language learning, where you discover new learning strategies, motivational tips, study tools, and resources. By the way, all the lessons and bonuses you're about to see can be downloaded for free on our website. So click the link in the description right now to sign up for your free lifetime account. Okay, today's topic is, do you record yourself speaking your target language? Chances are you don't like hearing the sound of your own voice, and that's true for almost all of us. But did you know that recording yourself speaking the target language and then listening back to yourself can help you master a language faster? In this guide, you'll discover why you should record yourself speaking the language, how this boosts speaking, listening, and recall, plus how you can apply this tactic with our system. But first, if you're looking for new free language resources and downloads, here are this month's new lessons and resources. Be sure to download these now before we take them down in a few days. First, the Shopping at a Mall Conversation PDF Cheat Sheet. You'll learn all the must-know words and phrases for shopping and getting around the mall with this new cheat sheet. And second, the Mother's Day and Father's Day Writing Worksheet. This bonus printable PDF worksheet teaches you the must-know vocabulary for Mother's Day and Father's Day. And you can even practice writing the words out. To get your free resources, click the link in the description below right now. They're yours to keep forever. Okay, let's jump into today's topic. Do you record yourself speaking your target language? Part 1. Why you should record yourself speaking the language. So chances are you don't record and listen to yourself speaking the language, but there are some powerful benefits to doing so. And by benefits, I mean you'll learn faster, you'll be able to speak better, and you remember the language better. So what are the benefits of recording yourself? First and foremost is the obvious one, getting feedback. When you're learning a language on your own, you may not know if your pronunciation and speaking are on the right track. Or your speaking could be just fine, but you may be using words that aren't quite natural. The point is, it's hard to know what you're getting wrong. A native speaker can always help with that, but you probably don't have 24/7 access to one, right? But that doesn't mean you should wait until the next opportunity. So that's where recording yourself comes in. You have something that you can show a native speaker when the time comes, so you can see where you're off. And by the way, we'll show you how to get feedback in part 2. The second benefit? It's good to be aware of your speaking style. You may not be able to tell if your pronunciation is good or not, but you can easily tell if your speaking is slow, choppy, or unnatural. And that's something you can fix on your own, even without the help of a native speaker. Kind of like realizing you say a lot of ums and uhs in English. Third, if you record yourself and listen back, you're practicing both input and output, listening and speaking. So if you don't have access to a native speaker but want to practice speaking, you can get started right away. And even if you do have a teacher, you'll only be with them for 30 minutes or an hour per session, and your speaking practice time would still be limited. So this allows you to maximize your speaking practice time on your own time. And by speaking out loud, you get to remember the words and phrases better. And of course, if you listen to yourself, you're also practicing listening. Now, this is where many people would draw the line, because it's hard to listen to yourself, right? But that's where the fourth benefit comes in. Fourth, you improve your memory. According to studies, you tend to better recall things you've said over what others have said. If it's you saying it and not someone else, so it's personally relevant, it sticks better. And so it's kind of a double whammy. Saying things out loud helps you remember, and listening to yourself also helps you remember. So if you want to practice speaking, listening, and improve your recall, you should try speaking out loud to yourself, recording yourself, listening to that recording, and of course, getting feedback if you can. This allows you to practice speaking even when you don't have access to a teacher or a native speaker. And even if you do have access to a teacher, you'll only be with them for 30 minutes or an hour per session, so you're still limited. So recording yourself allows you to maximize your speaking practice time on your own time. At the most basic level, all you have to do is pull out your smartphone, open the voice recording app, and record yourself saying some lines in your target language. But doing it once won't be enough. You need to make it part of your routine. Part 2. How to apply this tactic. So, since you're learning with our system and already have that routine going, here's what you can do. 1. Use the pronunciation practice tool inside of our lessons. You'll find this study tool inside the dialogue section of every lesson. Just click on the microphone icon next to each line. The goal is to hear the native speakers say a line, repeat what they say, and then compare yourself against them, and do that for the entire lesson dialogue. You'll be able to practice speaking, listening, and sharpen your pronunciation as well. If you're already taking our lessons, this will be an easy tactic to add to your routine, because the pronunciation practice tool is in every lesson. So be sure to do this with every lesson. 2. Take the hand-graded assessments. These Premium Plus assessments test you on writing and speaking. They're graded by real teachers, and you'll find them peppered throughout your recommended learning pathway. The way they work is you'll be asked to record a quick dialogue or speech as a way to test your speaking skills, and then our teachers will grade it and give it back to you. So this is a great way to practice speaking and get corrected at your own pace without having to find a teacher. You can also retake the assessments for more practice or to try and get a better grade. 3. Send recordings of yourself speaking to your Premium Plus teacher for feedback. And you can do this with the Premium Plus Messenger on the site or on the app. Your approach here is up to you, but the learners that get the best results are the ones that create routines for themselves. For example, we have learners who recite the lesson conversation out loud for every lesson they do and pass that on to their teacher. Then there are learners who send 3 recordings a day. 1 in the morning, 1 during the day, and 1 during the evening, just talking about their day. Then some just recordings of their example sentences from the grammar rules they learned. If you're not a Premium Plus member, you can use your smartphone to record yourself and ask a native speaker for feedback. But also, whichever tactic you apply, be sure to listen to your own recordings as well. This will help you remember the words, phrases, and grammar rules. And even if you can't judge your pronunciation, you can always tell if your speaking is choppy or a little slow. And this will help you improve your speaking overall. So thank you for watching this episode of Monthly Review. Next time, we'll talk about the power of specificity and knowing what you want. If you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. And if you're ready to finally learn language the fast, fun, and easy way and start speaking from your very first lesson, get our complete learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account right now. Click the link in the description. See you next time. Bye! Want to learn your target language fast and understand native conversations, even if you're a beginner? In this Learning Strategies video, you'll learn all about the line-by-line dialogue, a powerful study tool that 1. Makes understanding conversations a breeze for beginners, and 2. Improves your speaking, listening, reading, and even writing skills. But first, if you don't yet have access to this tool and our lessons, just click the link down in the description and sign up for your free lifetime account right now. 1. What is the line-by-line dialogue exactly? The line-by-line dialogue is a study tool that makes absorbing conversations easier, and you'll find it in all of our audio lessons inside of our learning program. It breaks down the conversations you learn in our lessons into individual lines so that you don't get overwhelmed. For each line, you get the text in the target language, the translations, and audio pronunciation, so you can listen to each line, read along, and understand every single word. And you can also use the line-by-line dialogue to perfect your speaking, reading, listening, and writing skills. How? Take a look. 2. How to improve your speaking skills. The easiest way to start speaking on your own is to shadow what you hear, meaning repeat what you hear as you play each line. Just press the audio icon next to each line to hear it and shadow along. Next, if you want to perfect your pronunciation, click on the microphone icon to start recording. Then record and compare your pronunciation with the native speakers. These tactics get you speaking in minutes, and if you apply these to every lesson, you'll be speaking a lot more of your target language. Next, here's how you master listening. Since the line-by-line dialogue is a line-by-line breakdown of the conversation, you can listen to each line separately, as much as you want. Click on the audio icon to listen again and again and review the script. Read along so that you can pick apart every word. That way, you can understand those fast, native-level conversations and never miss a word. 4. Here's how you can practice reading. As you listen to the conversation, read along line by line. And if you don't know a word, click on the translations. They're right there in the line-by-line dialogue. You can even read with the Romanized script to help you sound out the words. And finally, here's how you can practice writing. Now, this advice is not something you'll hear very often because it's so simple. It's so simple that most people don't even think of doing it. Here it is. Just grab a pen and copy the lesson dialogue down into a notebook. The big benefit here is there's no writer's block. You don't have to worry about what to write. It's all there for you. So, if you want to learn your target language faster, understand native-level conversations, and improve your speaking, listening, reading, and writing skills, then get free access to the line-by-line dialogue. Sign up for a free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description to sign up. Great work! Here's a reward. Speed up your language learning with our PDF lessons. Get all of our best PDF cheat sheets and ebooks for free. Just click the link in the description.